On the night of July 23, 2026, in Owasso, Oklahoma, a 911 call came in. Dispatchers heard a woman screaming and crying. Moments later, a child called from a neighbor's house and reported that his stepfather had shot his mother. When officers arrived, they found 43-year-old TikTok influencer and hairstylist Sara Gilson and her estranged husband, 48-year-old Shawn Duffey, dead from gunshot wounds. Authorities determined it was a murder-suicide. Duffey had violated a protective order Sara had obtained against him just weeks earlier. This is the story of Sara Gilson, a mother of two, a content creator, and a woman whose public accusation against her estranged husband preceded her death. Viewer warning. This video discusses domestic violence, a protective order violation, allegations of child sexual abuse, and a murder-suicide. We stick only to publicly reported court records, police statements, and verified news sources. No graphic details of the violence will be shared. Our thoughts are with Sara's children and family. Sara Gilson, also known in some records as Sara Duffey, was a 43-year-old hairstylist, beauty content creator, and TikTok personality based in the Owasso area of Oklahoma, near Tulsa. She posted under the handle at MRSGILSON and built a following sharing fashion, lifestyle, and personal content. She was a mother of two children from her previous marriage to Lyle Landers. Friends and her ex-husband described her as warm, funny, and full of life. Her best friend of 23 years, Kelsey Lard, later said that on the day Sara died she had been happy, cracking jokes and making people laugh. Sara had been married to Shawn Duffey. By mid-2026 the couple was estranged. She had filed for divorce, and protective orders were in place. Court records show Sara had sought protection from Duffey before. In 2021 she filed protective orders against him. Those were later dismissed after she did not appear at hearings. In 2024 Duffey filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Court documents listed assets that included a Glock handgun and wedding rings, along with significant debts. Sara was listed as a co-debtor. In 2024 Duffey filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Court documents listed assets that included a Glock handgun and wedding rings, along with significant debts. Sara was listed as a co-debtor. Sara's first husband, Lyle Landers, the father of her two children, later told media that he had begged her for years to leave Duffey. He described the relationship as one involving domestic abuse and said Duffey appeared to hold a strong degree of control over her. Landers said he had offered practical help for her to get away, but she remained in the relationship until the final separation. On June 9, 2026, a serious allegation emerged. A parent reported that Duffey, who coached a traveling competitive youth basketball team, had inappropriately touched a 15-year-old female member of the team during an event at a school. According to Owasso police, further investigation confirmed the report of inappropriate contact. A separate protective order was sought on behalf of the minor. The girl's mother also alleged inappropriate messages, an invitation to a hotel room during a teen trip, and money given in an attempt to keep the matter quiet. Because Duffey is a member of the Osage Indian tribe, and the incident was determined to have occurred in Indian country, the case was treated as a major crime under the Federal Major Crimes Act and referred to the U.S. Attorney's Office for review. The investigation into lewd molestation of a minor remained open at the time of the later deaths. The following day, June 10, 2026, Sara Gilson filed for and was granted an emergency protective order against Duffey. He was ordered to leave the home and stay at least 100 yards away from her. The order was later extended through August 24. In court filings related to the protective order, Sara alleged that Duffey possessed a gun and had made threats involving self-harm. She also reported that he had fled after being confronted about the allegations involving the teenager. On July 11, 2026, roughly 2 weeks before her death, Sara posted a TikTok video participating in a popular trend in which users stage a fake Netflix documentary interview. In the caption, she wrote words to the effect of preparing for a documentary about her soon-to-be ex-husband, who the post made the allegations public to her followers. Duffey did not publicly respond before his death. Sara continued her daily life. Friends later said she appeared in good spirits in her final days. On the night of July 23rd, Owasso police received a 911 call around 11:15 to 11:18 p.m. Dispatchers reported hearing a woman screaming and crying in the background, followed by what sounded like a gunshot. Contact with the original caller was lost. A short time later, a juvenile, Sara's son, called 911 from a nearby neighbor's home and reported that his stepfather had shot his mother. When officers arrived at the residence, they found both Sara Gilson and Shawn Duffey deceased from apparent gunshot wounds to the head. Police determined that Duffey had shot Sara and then himself. He was found to have violated the existing protective order by being at the home. Sara's son was taken into protective custody and later released to a parent not involved in the incident. A GoFundMe was launched to support the children. Owasso police confirmed the deaths as a murder-suicide. The investigation into the circumstances remained active in the days and weeks that followed, including review of the prior protective orders, the child molestation allegations against Duffey, and the sequence of events that night. Sara's ex-husband Lyle Landers publicly expressed grief and reiterated that he had long warned about the danger Duffey posed. Her longtime best friend remembered her as a bright, caring person whose life should not be defined solely by the circumstances of her death. The case drew significant media attention because of Sara's social media presence, the public nature of her accusation against Duffey, the protective order, and the underlying allegations involving a minor on the basketball team he coached. As of early August 2026, no further public updates had substantially altered the core police determination of murder-suicide. The federal review of the child molestation allegation continued separately. Sara Gilson left behind 2 children. Her death is a stark reminder of the dangers that can exist when protective orders are violated and when domestic violence intersects with other serious allegations. Sara Gilson was a mother, a hairstylist, a content creator, and a woman who, in her final weeks, publicly named the danger she believed she was facing. Her children have lost their mother. The community and her friends continue to mourn her. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, resources and help are available. Please reach out. If this video helped document the known facts of this recent case, please like, subscribe, and leave a respectful comment. We cover these stories carefully and with care for the victims and their families. Thank you for watching. Thoughts are with Sara's 2 children and all her family and friends going through this nightmare. My heart goes out to you all.